place.
Yeah. Yeah, this is
Yeah.
mom around the block.
Yeah.
You've been around the block.
Yes.
Okay. Well, we're waiting for one other person to join us, but she might have gotten lost in the internets, in the ether world of the Facebook Live. So, Julie, if you're watching us, join in when you can, and if you can't, we'll talk to you another time. But our topic requires a glass of wine, which you can't have, right, Glynis?
No. I can have a smoothie. I can have like a green smoothie.
That is the worst thing. That is the opposite of a glass of wine.
I know. Oh God, I'm really jealous right now. I hope that my naturopath is watching this. Tara, if you're watching this, I am sacrificing for you.
Yeah,
she totally is.
Major points.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So speaking of sacrifice, motherhood.
Every day is a sacrifice. Yes.
Okay. We are going to talk about something that is quite a sacrifice in motherhood, and that is having to watch the hell that is Caillou. Yeah.
Yep.
You guys are both intimately familiar with Caillou, yes?
Intimately. Yes.
I have not been intimate with the Caillou family, but I would say my son was a few years ago.
Oh, there's Julie. Hi, Julie. You're here. We got you.
Yay.
Yay. I'm sorry it took me longer to get the kiddos to bed than I imagined it would.
Oh, God.
Oh,
see?
totally.
Little asshole.
Understood.
You didn't miss anything? You didn't miss anything? We just talked about January detoxes and intimacy with the Caillou family.
Yes.
Right. So,
I'll run then.
Yeah, you're caught up. So can you introduce yourself and tell people who you are and where we can find you? And then we'll go back to drinking and talking about Caillou.
Sure. So my name is Julie Maida, and I run a blog called Next Life No Kids, because in my next life, I'm going to be a wicked, selfish person, take naps, eat a lot of cookies by myself and not share. And it's just and I'm going to travel the world, and my husband and I are going to spend lots of time alone. And so, you can find me at nextlifenokids.com, at nextlifenokids. And I know you guys are drinking right now, but I'm going to say it. I also run another blog called sobermommies.com, because I am in you said like, oh, don't worry.
Sorry.
You're like,
obviously a mommy faux pas.
You're like, feel free to grab a drink. And I'm like, I'm going to have some water because I am in recovery, but that's okay. Because we can still have fun, right?
Well, we can totally still have fun.
Yay.
We commend you for that, and you never know.
Hey, man, I'm sober right now too.
Woohoo!
Yeah.
I love that you're talking about the next life, and it made me think, well, why can't we also have a parallel universe where we get to be selfish while we're also mommies in this universe?
I'm wicked drunk in the other universe right now. I'm like having lots of wine in the alternate universe right now.
Okay. We have got some comments going on. Oh, we have Andrea is watching us, and she had to get her little boy to take his nebulizer, so they watched Caillou, and she had to deal with it. That was yeah.
I'm so sorry, Andrea.
That is total sacrifice there, Andrea. And then we have, that's Andrea too. Andrea's at a Girl Scout meeting watching this, and we have Carolyn and all these people. So you guys, I'll try to watch the comments, but my computer stinks, so it'll be a little tough. But back to Caillou. So we're all intimately familiar, not intimate with Caillou. First, let's talk about his head.
Oh, jeez.
Like, why is he bald? Like, why doesn't this kid ever sprout any hair at all?
Because
Charlie Brown has, he's 4.
He's supposed to be 4. Brown.
Well, him and Charlie have the same problem.
Well, but Charlie, I feel like had like a little stuff going on. Like he had like his little symbolic curl in the middle, right? We could like, that was like adorable kind of in like a really obnoxious kind of a way. But Caillou is just bald.
You know, have you heard the rumor that about the whole he's a cancer survivor?
Yeah, I have.
It's actually a false rumor.
Well, yeah, because it's what?
It was actually because Caillou, I mean, you guys know that Caillou is French Canadian, right?
Mm-hmm.
That explains a lot.
Those guys that explains a lot.
Darn Canadians.
So like this guy's been around for a long time in my part of the country, because we're right next to Quebec. And so I guess Caillou was actually made after or made for. He was created for a child who was a cancer survivor. But he isn't. He is not a cancer survivor.
So we don't have to feel badly about making fun of him.
So we don't need to
Okay,
fantastic. Him all we want.
Fantastic. So he was made
for.
He was made for the cancer survivor.
I don't know whether he was actually like a tribute to the little boy, or like, yeah, I think that he was a tribute to, but I'm sure that I'm going to get an email tomorrow.
Which is so weird to me because, like, given that Caillou literally whines about everything, it makes me wonder, like, you know, if he was created for a little boy actually struggling with something obviously like significant and like why like create the whiniest kid on earth
right
to represent like
it was post-traumatic stress disorder.
Yeah.
Well,
I'd buy that. I would buy that. Well, we all have post-traumatic stress disorder after watching the episodes. So I guess
he's having it dealing with his family. Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So, Glynis, you wrote about his mom specifically. A very funny blog about his mom.
Yeah.
What's with her?
The world wants to know. Okay. We all need to know.
Well, here's the thing. Okay, so Caillou, he is a whiny little shit.
Yeah.
But the thing is, like, all of our kids have those moments of being whiny little shits, but we don't act like his mom. No. Like, his mom just takes it, and she's always like, oh, Caillou, let's do this, and, you know, distract. And it's always distract with some elaborate, like, oh, we're going to bake, you know, a 3-level gingerbread house or something like that. And it's like, you are setting the bar way too high for parents of whiny children.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You know what
she's
I mean?
An enabler.
I noticed that
she's an enabler.
She is
she's an enabler.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yes.
Yeah.
With bad
parenting. She makes the rest of us moms feel bad.
No, my theory on this is that that's really a wink to the audience. And off screen, when we're not watching her, you know, she's evil mom from hell. So we can't really see what she's doing off screen.
Like me at Target.
That's like the outside voice when you're like your kid's misbehaving on the way to school, and you're like, oh honey, don't do that. And meanwhile, you're like, I'm gonna get you later.
Exactly.
She's playing to us. Yeah, she's not really like that off screen or whatever her French Canadian animator is doing. Like she's doing a whole other thing.
But I would almost appreciate the wink though.
Money to see that.
I want the wink though. I want her to look me in the eyes and be like, just kidding. Like kid. I want her to
at the end of every episode, she'd be like.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I want to kill him just as much as you do. It's okay. Like we're in public, no one can know, or whatever it is. But like, I think
that's what's really going on. Yep.
Otherwise, it's just
she always says, like when he's pouting, her thing she always says to him. She's like, "Oh, Caillou, why the long face?"
It's not.
I just want to be like,
but who talks to their kids that way? Nobody does.
Yeah, I don't.
Nobody.
What I say, like, what's going on? What's the matter with you?
Yeah.
Why?
Problem.
Why are you misbehaving?
Why does your face look like that? Yes. What's wrong with your face?
She's passive aggressive.
Yeah. I just feel like she needs to either be on a ton of medication or she is on a ton of medication, right? Like, right? Like, she's just popped like 10 Xanax and she's like, oh, Caillou, why are you being so, like, why the long face? Really?
Because she's Canadian and she has health care and like free medicine because she's Canadian.
Exactly.
People care about her.
explains
That's
it.
why. That's
Yeah,
right.
she
That's
paid
right.
her taxes, and her taxes got her.
So you guys, if we
Possible.
took Xanax, we could be like her too.
Yeah, I can't.
Or
Again,
mostly
I can't.
Canada.
I'm gonna stick with my water, but yeah, life would be a little bit easier if I could just pop 10 Xanax before hanging out with my kids. Let's just be honest about that.
Yeah, let's be honest. You know, we sometimes get mean comments, which I usually laugh at, but I'll just put the disclaimer here, like, we're joking. We love our kids.
Yeah, we love
them.
I have a meme on my page. I have a meme on my page that says, like, don't get it twisted. It's not that I hate my kids. It's just that I'm really honest about all the reasons I probably should. Right?
Yeah. Okay. I like it.
I'm just super honest. I love them. I do. I love them.
I always think if somebody like us, mom bloggers or vloggers, if you actually did hate your kids, you wouldn't blog about them or talk about them because you'd feel so like, people are going to discover how I really feel.
No, so I'd be worried Child Protective Services would come out and get me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So anyway, that tangent is over. I want to talk about on the show on Caillou. Did you notice they never fill in the sides of the drawing? It's like this white amorphous. So I now realize it's because it's supposed to be a book, like they're reading, and those are pages in a book.
Yeah.
But really, it bothers me to watch that.
This show is very confusing. It's like a book. It's like a story within a story. There's a grandmother somewhere, but then the grandmother's gone. Caillou's a baby, but then he's not a baby. I don't really know what's going on.
It's like the Matrix. Like they're in a Matrix.
Yes.
It's
And he always chooses the wrong pill.
Right.
Yes. Yes.
So do we, apparently.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then we all have to suffer the consequences of his choices. Yes.
Yeah. But that style of animation is like, it makes me feel like I'm getting tunnel vision or like I am on pills, like I'm high or something. When you look at it, it's really annoying.
Yes,
I just assumed that they got bored. Like they didn't want to finish the whole page. I'm coloring with my kids and I just get bored and I don't finish it. And I'm just like, meh, forget it.
They had to be on budget. They had to be on budget and on time, so they couldn't finish.
That's a great way to get it done quickly. I love it.
Get her done. See, that's Canadian tax dollars at work, for sure.
Yeah, that's a good question. Is this show paid for by like public television or is it an actual? It's on, what is it on, Sprout?
Sprout.
Yeah.
I mean, I think it's long since over at this point, but I don't know whether, I think it was probably partially paid for by grants from the Canadian government. That's usually how any Canadian show works.
And then I think I shared with Jen a Twitter argument that I had with like a Twitter version of Caillou.
Oh my God! Stop everything! You have to tell about this. I just tell them who you were tweeting with.
So I was tweeting. My friend Lisa and I were talking on the phone, and she had said that it was right after my video had come out, and she was saying that she and a couple of her friends had gotten into an argument with Caillou on Twitter, and I was like, what? That's so, like, that didn't happen. Like, you're so full of it. Like, you're exaggerating or something. And so she was like, I swear. She said, tag him, and he'll respond. And I was like, okay. So I tweeted something like, I hate Caillou, and I tagged him, and he started responding to us.
Is it just at Caillou?
No, it's at Caillou. I think it's CBS.
Was this a verified Twitter account to verify it's the real Caillou?
No, right. It proved to me that you're a 4-year-old animated character. So he was so angry. Like, oh my God, he definitely needed therapy after talking to him for that long. But I want to say it was Caillou CBS.
It wasn't CBC?
Maybe. Hold on. I'll find it. Guys,
let's check it.
I'm like, talk amongst yourselves, but now let me look at it.
Okay. This is how everything interesting is going to happen.
So he ended up deleting this one, but he at one point told us that if like basically if we were good moms, we would be reading books to our children and not letting them watch TV. I was like, wait a minute.
But that doesn't make any sense.
Hashtag ad? What is that? Like, I'm confused. I'm like, okay, well, let's see.
Yeah, they're taking that whole story within a story thing too far. Like, he literally thinks he's in an actual story book. That must be it.
Maybe. I think he's just confused all around. Like, and then we were just giving him a hard time because it was like past 8 o'clock and he was like up and on Twitter. Like, we were treating him like he was a 4-year-old boy, and then he like said he was 40, or I don't even know. He like broke character for a second. Let's see.
Oh, I thought he said you were 40.
Oh, maybe that. I don't remember. It's also, see, after, like, I had PTSD after I was done having that conversation, so I blocked out a lot of it. Oh, no, I'm sorry. It's Caillou PBS, which is the station here that's like Channel 2. That's like, that shares with Sesame Street and all that stuff. And he had said at one point during the conversation that we were like, pretending to be like, we were just giving him the business because, you know, we had nothing better to do on June 22nd in 2013, apparently. And we were, you know, giving him, like, we were making fun. Like, we were basically like bullying Caillou on Twitter. And he
cyberbullying. You were cyberbullying a poor kid.
And like, I'm gonna say that I'm in a different space now in 2017, so I like want to feel ashamed for that, but I'm really not. And so let's see. He said, and my life is Lucille. Like, my friend, she's so funny. And so she was like really laying it on. He said that we were middle-aged. Why can't I find this? Okay. Here we go. So her Twitter handle is my life as Lucille, and he was like saying like what's really sad is I used to love I Love Lucy, and like giving her, you know, kind of the biz back. It's ironic how Lucy cries to Desi in about every episode, saying like that she whined too.
Whoa.
And then Lisa said something about whoring and drinking, which is
this is getting really dark.
It was, right? I'm like,
this is getting really dark, creepy. It's like Stranger Things on Netflix.
Yes.
Yeah.
Which is such a good.
So
I hope they bring that back. I'm just saying that. I just hope they bring that back. So I said.
So there's like some social media intern or somebody who at 9 o'clock at night was looking at their phone and saw a notification and started talking to someone. I think that person should get fired. They probably did.
Oh, I said, I just sat through 14 minutes of a Caillou episode. Where's my trophy? That's what I said. And then he was like, oh
my God.
Yeah. He was, and then someone said he was an asshole, and then it got like really, I don't know why I can't find, maybe he deleted them once I tagged you in it.
Caillou PBS can't possibly be a legitimate Caillou, because that's an American Caillou. Caillou Canada.
Well, he was on PBS, and I don't know if that's why, but he said, at one point he said, because we were like, why are you like, what is wrong with you that you're like this like grown man pretending to be this 4-year-old cartoon character? And he said, because it pays the bills. And we were like, okay.
Whoa.
Like, right.
Like that's
okay.
Yeah, like, okay, well, I hear McDonald's is hiring too. Like, why do you pretend to be?
He's a disgruntled PBS worker.
Maybe, right? Yeah. Like, stick it to the man. Let me just pretend. And then the only thing that I did save the tweet because I knew he was going to at some point delete it, because it's not okay for Caillou to tell us as moms to stop letting our kids watch TV because that pays the bills for Caillou. And so I think he deleted the rest of them. But yeah, so yeah,
wow.
And it was on PBS. Was the point of that entire thing.
That is amazing.
He's like an angry little gentleman. He is a very angry little man.
Yes.
All around.
Yeah.
Well, you know what else? I guess I must be stuck on the visual things about the show, because the primary colors, it's like Fisher-Price threw up, and that was the show.
Yeah.
There's nothing that's not a primary color. What is? Ugh. Yeah. Anyway, there's nothing else to be said about that. Yeah.
It's an ugly world.
And the mother, What about mom's outfits? Or outfit, I should say.
Well,
really.
she's certainly not trying to have any more kids with those outfits. Because
well, yeah, but we can say the same thing about the dad with his big green sweater. Like,
okay, can I talk about the dad? I think the
yes,
dad.
please.
Oh yeah.
Yes, please.
Yeah, I actually think the dad's kind of hot. But here's the thing. He reminds me.
Tell us more. Tell us more about that.
He reminds me.
So.
No, here's the catch. He reminds me actually of Justin Trudeau, Prime Minister of Canada. But how you would imagine him, right? But how you would imagine him.
If he was overweight and always wearing a green sweater.
Yeah, if he let himself go after having Caillou.
Oh my God.
So he's got a glimmer.
Inspiration.
He's got a glimmer of hotness in there. He's got a glimmer of hotness in there, and he's supposed to make you. But if this show is written in 1997, Justin Trudeau is probably just out of college or something.
That is incredible.
So maybe it's not based on him. I don't know.
I've heard a lot of incredible things today, but I'm going to tell you that is probably the most incredible thing I've heard all day.
Yeah, that's pretty spectacular.
Stephanie has a talent.
That's
Stephanie has a talent of finding men attractive.
You just said that you find Caillou's dad hot because he looks like he could have once been attractive. I think that's what you just said.
Your standards, Stephanie. Your standards.
Justin Trudeau attractive.
Justin Trudeau.
You have to suspend your belief for a minute.
I have to Google that. I have to Google it. Thank you, Google.
You have to suspend your belief and just feel like, oh, it's Justin Trudeau, but he let himself go because
you have to float on a cloud with a unicorn and see. I love that so much. Oh my God, I love it. It pretends. Oh my God, I can't stop smiling. My face hurts. It's hurting. It's hurting so much.
You know,
I can't ever now I'm gonna I want to watch the show just so I can laugh the whole time and be like, oh my God. You just changed my perspective on the whole thing. Maybe I do like Caillou.
Take a close look. Take a close look at that dad.
I'm gonna watch a video right now in slow motion actually on YouTube. Why
he married her, I don't know.
Are we still talking about Caillou's dad?
Yeah. Oh wait. Yeah. You're talking about the mom. Yeah. Whatever. Yeah. Whatever. Doris.
Because he's settling for less because Doris. Oh God.
Doris.
And is it just
no? Their names are Boris and Doris.
Oh, that's
right. His name is Boris.
Yes, they are.
What?
Oh my God. Yes, that's right. I blocked that fun fact out too.
Oh God.
That's true story.
Oh God.
Wow. Okay.
My goodness.
Well,
I have to look at.
I don't know.
I really have to do this.
I think Sprout is gonna put a hit out on us or something after this.
Yeah. I bet you Caillou PBS is it's tweeting ferociously at me right now.
They probably are. If my internet was better, I could be looking at that.
That's
I think
it's
I'm the
Caillou.
Do you know
blue version.
when I posted my Auntie Caillou's mom, Auntie Doris? That's just okay. I actually got an email from one of the creators of Caillou.
No.
With whole
snap.
Yeah. Well, no, it wasn't anything. But it was just here's the history of Caillou, and just so you have more information. And I responded with, it's all in good fun. I hope you guys weren't offended. And it was, just wanted to give you the information so that you know.
So he wanted you to feel really bad. He was just so you feel really guilty about disliking this fictional character.
They're definitely watching right now.
Big brother. Caillou's big brother.
I actually, on my YouTube video, it was the title of it was "That's Right, I Hate a 4-Year-Old." And you know how people love to comment on stuff without actually watching or reading? I don't know if you guys run into this, but someone will take the title of a blog post and then give me their opinion, even though they haven't even clicked on it. And so, I love that when that happens, by the way. And so, somebody on YouTube wrote me this really awful, horrible comment that I think she told me to like go kill myself. And that how dare I, I was like, dude, like, I'm sorry. I didn't realize that you like had so much affection for Caillou. I'm really sorry. He's not real, just so everybody knows.
That's terrible.
People are mean. People like to be mean to me. I don't know why. I don't care. It's fine because I have you guys, right? I have other wonderful daughters to lean on when the water gets high.
That's right.
When we get hate, we just all deal with it and love each other, you know.
I listen to Taylor Swift and shake it off. You know what I mean? I just
do you?
Haters gonna hate.
Haters gonna hate.
Yeah, haters gonna hate. Hate. Sorry.
If anybody has watched us this far, and I don't really know if anyone has, maybe my sister, they deserve a prize.
What's her name? Because we should all say hi. Hi.
Chrissy. Hey, Chrissy.
Hey, Chrissy.
Hi,
thanks for
Chrissy.
watching.
Hi.
Yeah.
Thank you.
We have a prize every time we do a live show, and this one is from Hatch Things. It's like, you
Win
know,
a date
when you
with
have
Boris.
Win a date with Boris. No. I don't think it's legal to give out men on Facebook.
How about just his sweater? Can we just give away a whiff of his sweater? Like just to smell his sweater. That's it.
Like the smell of Boris.
Sweater.
Yes. I love it. But no, we can't give away Boris. We have a bag. You know when you have an umbrella stroller and they fall over, if you hang anything on them, you can't like put your diaper bag on it because it falls over.
Yes.
So there's a specially designed bag, which is hard to show you, but it has like little strappy things and it goes on an umbrella stroller. And
so cool.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
And you can so you can fold it up and
why do all these things get invented after I don't need them anymore? Is that
I know there's so many cool baby things now.
Yeah.
Totally.
Yeah.
But if somebody wants to win that, we're gonna pick someone that leaves like the best comment about a TV mom that you hate like the most. Who is the TV mom that you hate the most?
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
I think we should. I can't even really think of one other than Caillou's mom, but I don't know. Do you? Before we end, do you guys have any other TV moms you can't stand?
I do have one, but I'm struggling to think of it right now. Because she always responds in a way that, Daniel Tiger's mother. Because no matter what he's doing, she like turns it into some like incredibly like meaningful life lesson. Like he like once brought in like a whole beach full of sand into their living room, and she was like, she had to count to 3 and turn around and like do like she did something that she had told him to do earlier, but like always very calm. Why did you bring the whole beach full of sand into our living room? Like I don't even know what I would do, but it would not be like turning into a meaningful discussion about life.
See, it gives
kids be more evolved.
Expectations for us, right?
Yes, right.
True. Yes.
Because
That's why, you know, if fairy tales, what's that book? There's a book by Bruno Bettelheim about like the psychology of fairy tales. I love that book. And
I gotta read it.
Yeah. God, I can't think of the name of the book. Anyway, so it's about how children need fairy tales, and they need the evil in fairy tales to like help them understand evil in the world slowly through stories and integrate it in their psyche. And I think there should be less good mothers on these cartoons so that they can accept. Right, exactly. And they can, then the children would, if the mothers on the cartoons were really, really bad, then the kid would turn off the cartoon and be like, I love you, Mom. You're awesome.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Instead of being like, Mom, why did you only bring me goldfish?
Oh.
I don't like the cheese ones. Yeah.
The stepmom in Cinderella was pretty cool. I mean, she got people to do her work. You know, she got to go to the ball. She was, she was a bit of a hard ass, but she was all right.
Well, I wrote a post that I think that all Disney princesses are possibly like just a bunch of like a-hole teenagers. Like that the evil stepmothers weren't that evil, but that what Rapunzel's mother wanted her to do is like she just wanted to be able to brush her hair, and like Obviously, like Rapunzel was like, get away from me, like blah, 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 blah. But like she made it out to be like this big, horrible thing. Like she just wanted to stay young. She was a little jealous of her beautiful, gorgeous teenage daughter with the shiny hair. She just wanted to brush it. And that was apparently a big thing, right?
These evil stepmoms are underrated.
Yeah. Right. And so I like twisted it all around. Sleeping Beauty, like because my daughter, I have a 20-year-old daughter who she'll be 21 in February and next month actually. And like Sleeping Beauty, I could totally identify with the moms in these stories. Like
I love it. This sounds like a Broadway musical to me. Like, wouldn't it be a great Broadway musical? All the moms, all the Disney,
all the evil stepmoms.
Yeah. Oh, Jen, we have to do that.
Yeah. And just humanize them. Just be like, all I want to do is brush your hair, or like, all I want you to do is like not sleep all day and just go to school. Like, why does that make me evil? I don't know.
Like all ballads. All I want. It's like from Into the Woods.
I just want you to clean the floor.
Right, exactly. And that's Cinderella. Like, I just want you to like do some dishes. Like, why do you? You don't have to wear rags and an apron. I just don't. You know what I mean? Like, do your chores.
Nail, for Christ's sake.
Yeah, exactly. You can't go to prom if you don't do your chores. And then it was turned into this big thing.
That's so great.
Yeah.
That's awesome. You guys,
I have a lot
of time on my hands.
I think we need to
copyright that.
We need to end on a high note here. Like, no, we're not going to get any funnier than this. Now I'm almost on my mind.
This is it. This is it. This is the highest point.
Yikes.
Thank you for watching. If you watched this far, thank you guys for joining us. Go look at their Facebook pages. We've got Glynis from The Joy of Cooking for Little Assholes, and Julie from Next Life No Kids, and Stephanie is with me over at MomCave, and we'll do this again sometime soon.
Yes,
don't forget to comment.
You so much.
Yeah. Bye guys. Have a great night.
You too.
Bye.
Bye.
Okay, bye. Stopping broadcast. All right. Thank you guys.
Thanks.
Talk soon.